Hello folks, okay, welcome back. This video was actually all set up and ready to rock and roll about 5 or 6 days ago, but I had a problem with the third outer line when I started to run the loco and rolling stock that I wanted to show you, which is something I'm really looking forward to telling you all about. But unfortunately I had a lot of derailing problems, so I've had to source something to sort it out, which I have done. I'll tell you all about that in a little while. Well, of the 3 trains we're going to see today, let's just bring in the first one for you right now. Here she comes, this beauty. Right, get a shot of that one then, guys. Cool. Right, time to tell you all about her. Right, first of all, as you can see, she's a 464. She is a New York Central Hudson, a J3A class. This is a Rivarossi one, beautiful locomotive, really nice, as you can see, of course. Now what can I tell you about her? Right, well, New York Central Railroad sort of started off right back in 1902 when it was originally called, I'm trying to think about it, hang on, 20th Century Limited, I think it was called that, yeah. And then over the many years it changed hands a few times and became amalgamated with other railways, etc., and then eventually ended up being New York Central. But this particular loco, obviously back in 1902, they wouldn't be using the streamlined ones like this is. I believe this one, I think it was, I'll tell you in a minute, I think the guy's name was Henry Dreyfus, I'm fairly sure that's it, and he actually added the streamlining in 1938, so that was obviously a damn good few years later. But there she is, a beautiful locomotive. Running number on her is 5446, and yeah, she's just a corker. Oh, and just briefly before I bring the coaches through to show you, yeah, these were made by, some of them were built by Alco and some were built by Lima, and I don't mean Italian Lima, I mean Lima in Ohio, the state. So yeah, okay, cool. Right, let's take her along slowly. Whoop. Wheels spin a little bit. Now, I've got quite a few American US style passenger coach sets, but I don't strictly have one for New York Central. So what I've done, I think it's probably not aesthetically correct, but what I've done, I've put on this lovely set of the Union Pacific. So we've got the baggage, the Overlander set, and a car, and I think that's another car, yes. Another one, and I've got some diners in there somewhere, and then of course we've got the observation coach on the back. So I'll just let her come round and stop it back over here for you. So as I say, I don't know if those coaches would necessarily be on this loco, but in all fairness, I've seen that many American videos on YouTube, and you see so many trains with rolling stock from different states, all mixed up like mix and match. So there we go then, that's the first one. I'm just going to say I'm going to show you them all first, and then we'll move on from there. Now guys, as the title says, the locos I'm showing you today are actually my 3 favourite American streamlined steamers. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not deserting our good old British Railways heritage, but I've never actually been a fan of streamlining particularly. I've always preferred the shape of the old steam engine, you know, with the chimney visible, you know what I mean. Anyway, and when they started streamlining them like the A4s and such forth, I don't particularly like them that much. I mean, I collect them, and they have to be part of your collection, it's part of history, but the Americans, when they streamlined them, they seem to sort of make them still look, I don't know, very interesting is probably the right expression. So with that, we'll bring the second one round. Now, I have featured 611 once before, but it was a long time ago. There's been a couple of changes since then as well, so come on, girl. She's gonna wheel slip a little bit, but it's cool. Come on, baby. This, guys, is my second ultimate favourite American, well, streamlined locomotive ever, to be honest with you. She's beautiful. This is Norfolk and Western's J-Class 611, which, as I say, you've seen once before, or some of you may have seen once before, but it was a long time ago, and she's a stunning locomotive. This is not a top of the range one. It's not like MTH or Cato or anything, you know, the Broadway Limited, all those sort of really classy ones. It's not one of those. It's a Bachmann. It's a Bachmann Spectrum, which is fairly good. She has got smoke, which I will remember to put the fluid in, hopefully. But as I say, there she is. She's a 484. Now, I know quite a lot about Norfolk and Western. I've done a lot of studying on it from over the last few years. Oh, by the way, yes, when I featured it before, I didn't have that second water tender there, so that's a little addition to her there. Right, now just going to have a little break, and I'm going to come back and tell you a bit of a story about Norfolk and Western. Okay then, here goes. Right, where do I start? At the beginning. Norfolk and Western, originally, when it was formed in 1838, it was originally called City Point Railroad, and then there was a lot in the States, in fact all over the world, there's lots of railways, lots of small railways, and over time they sort of come together and amalgamate, and then they build it up to a bigger, you know, railroad, and so on, and that's what happened with Norfolk and Western, really. And then it officially formed in 1881. Now these J-class 611s were built in Virginia. Was it Virginia? Yes, it was Virginia. They were built in Virginia in 1943. The numbers 605 to 610, they were built without shrouding and with lightweight rods. They were classed as J1s. Now, in 1944, they upgraded all of them to the J-class, which you see here, which is absolutely gorgeous. Now let me think, there was something else about this that was very important. The last batch of these was which is 611 to 613, so that's only 3 of them. They were built, let me remember get this right now. I'm just trying to think of the details. I think it was 1950. They were all streamlined, and which is obviously what this is. Now here's something very, very important and very, very unique and strange as well. I don't know if this has ever been done anywhere in the world, but the J-class locomotives were designed and built by Norfolk and Western employees. Something very, very, very unusual in railway history. So that's it. There she is. Last bit of information about her. By the way, of all the locos, steam locos that Norfolk and Western used, this one was the fastest. In excess of speeds above 110, so that's pretty good. Right, couple of secs and we'll take a round one for you. Let's just take it round once then, nice and steady, let you have a look at the coaches. Make it a real slow pull off. She does great wheel spin, watch this. Yeah, wicked. Right, I've got 2 sets of coaches on this. I've got some beautiful Bachmann Spectrum Norfolk and Western clerestory roof, and then I've got these single roof ones as well. These are not quite such good quality ones, but there's a lot on her. I think I've got about 10 or 11, something like that. So all various cars, coaches, diners, baggage, you name it, it's all there. So all the way right up to the last one there, which is of course, as almost is always the case, the observation coach on the back. There we go. She disappears into the distance. So I'll come round here. Just get her here for you. Stop her there. Lovely. She's virtually all the way around the track, this one. Alright, from my third favourite streamlined steamer, the New York Central Hudson there, to my second favourite, the J-class 611 Norfolk and Western there, to my very, very, very first favourite streamlined steamer ever. And here she comes. Really, really cool. This loco is so cool. I will briefly tell you, I featured her once a long time ago. I've had her about a year, just the loco that is, and I featured her once a long time ago, and I really degraded her because I had her pulling a crane in the video I did all about the cranes, and it was a really not a good thing to do because she deserves a lot more than being stuck on the front of a crane. But anyway, I apologise for that at the time, and I apologise again now. So here she is then, my ultimate favourite I'll get it right, my ultimate favourite Streamlined steamer. I can't get the words out today, and I haven't had a whiskey yet either. Oh well, never mind. Okay, there she is, guys. Absolutely stunning. Southern Pacific's Daylight. Look at her, man. I mean, she's just lovely. Look, she's again another 484. Get the camera to focus so you can have a good look. Oh, she's amazing. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this as well. I'll give you the information that I know about her. Right, 4449 Daylight. She's a GS4 class. She was built by the Lima Loco Works in Ohio in May 1941. She was retired from service in 1956 and she was restored in 1974, and she's still used today on excursions throughout the US, and she's just amazing. She is an amazing locomotive. She's super gorgeous. I mean, she's been on the layout over in the sidings, over at the back, over there, down there for the past year, but she was partly hidden behind the trams, and I don't, of course, know how many of you spotted her, but obviously now you're going to be seeing her for real. And what can I say? Again, she's not a top of the range one. There are better ones. This is again a Bachmann Spectrum, so it's a reasonably good one, and I'm quite happy with that. Now, back in 1983, she was voted in an American train magazine as the favourite steam locomotive of the whole of America, and since then she's been voted as the most beautiful train in the world. There's a lot of footage of the real one on YouTube. You need to go and check it out if you like this loco. She's owned by the Oregon Rail Heritage Foundation, and she's completely maintained free by volunteers called Friends of SP449, which makes sense. So give me a couple of seconds and then I'm going to hit you with these tremendous coaches. So just stay with me. Okay, it's time for these coaches. I tell you what, guys, you're going to be impressed in a minute. Let me just run this really steady by you. She's beautiful loco. She's running superb as well. Right, now to the coaches. I've got a rake of 9 coaches on her. Now I'm just going to get this one into the shot, and I'm just going to point a few things out to you. Right, this is the baggage. Obviously it carries customers, passengers as well, and on the top there, that's the aerial for the radio, for the music in the coach. As I say, that first one is the baggage coach, and it is amazingly stunning, beautiful quality, absolutely outstanding quality, just superb. Now the coaches I've got on her are not cheap. This full set of coaches cost me nearly £500, and what I'm going to do is something I don't normally do. You heard me say before, I don't want to do reviews. Just people like Will, it's a City 82, and loads of you out there doing great reviews, so I'm not going to do that. But on odd occasions, when I consider something a little special, then I am prepared to sort of talk you through it, and I'm going to do that with this. So if you hang on a minute, I'm going to get the tripod, put the camera on the tripod, so I can really give you a proper good look and tell you all about these coaches. I've now come downstairs into my workshop, and I've brought the coach down with me. I've got the camera on the tripod, and I'm hopefully going to be able to show you the detail on this a bit closer. Now before I do, I will just point out to you that I'm not suggesting for one second that these coaches are the best thing since sliced bread. There's other coaches out there which are of excellent detail and quality as well. Now these coaches are MTH, which, if you've never heard of them, stands for Mike Train House, which is American, and as I say, the coaches are just absolutely outstandingly gorgeous. So I'll just show you a few bits and bobs. Like I said to you a few seconds ago, this is the baggage car, but it does hold passengers as well. So if you look here, this camera, by the way, is HD. It's one I bought last year. It's a little lazy when it comes to focusing, so I'll just take it nice and steady. Now the steps here and over here, these are all metal. They're absolutely all metal. So are the little handrails there and here. The genuine metal parts. And if I swing it round here, so you can see the back. Right, obviously we've got the wheel, and this moves. Look, the covering, it moves. the connecting piece there. Now this one's the one which goes next to the tender on the loco, but the other end is extremely interesting. But I'll just show you through. The detail is phenomenal. I mean, it is beautiful. Like all these pipes here, these are all metal, and you can actually remove these as well. So they're all metal. Obviously it's got the metal wheels because it's all internally illuminated as well, as a lot of them are, but there's something very special about the illumination in these. So that's the other end. Again, we've got the metal pipe in here, and I'll just swing her over, let you have a look. Yeah, she's really, really gorgeous. And the paint scheme is just spot on. I mean, it's absolutely spot on. If I can swing it round here, let you see the back, the corridor piece there with the little window, and although I doubt you'll see it on the camera, it actually does say the name of the coach above the window there. And again, I'm not sure if you can see the detail of all the information here. Look, all the information, all there and there. And I'll just bring it around to the side again, and you'll, oops, caught on the cloth. Right. And you should be able to see, hopefully, come on girl, focus, all the detail there. I mean, it's just really spot on. It's absolutely spot on. And here's a great little touch. Now watch this, watch this. Right, see the end there, look, right, this is cushioned, watch, look, it's cushioned. And when you put them together, you can have them literally close coupled right up to that, and when it goes around the corners, it obviously pushes against each other like that on the corners. So there you are. So MTH, Mike's Train House, beautiful, absolutely beautiful coaches for the Southern Pacific Daylight. Okay, I'll get it back onto the railway line, I'll fix it up with the others, and I'll show you some more of the coaches upstairs. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm now back on the layout, so let's get Daylight back onto the coach. Nice and slowly does it. Ooh, a bit slower than that really. Yes. Come on then. Come on. Come on, Gail. Come on. Yeah, we got it. Okay, let's get it hooked up to the other coaches, which are waiting there. Right, hopefully that's got it. Oh, no it hasn't. Maybe. No. Can you believe it? Have a look what's going on. Oh, that's great, they're just coupled by hand. Bloody hell. Never mind, not to worry. Okay, right, let's just take it through and I'll show you the rest of the coaches. So right now, that was the baggage car which I've shown you, and obviously, like I said, it takes passengers as well. But now, this is what they call the chair car. Now, on a set of these Daylight coaches, they could have as many as up to 20 coaches sometimes, depending on requirement, you know, necessity. But yeah, now this is a single chair coach, and what they would normally do here would put one or two articulated double chair coaches as well. Now I have got a couple of those on order, but I wanted to run the video, and I think if I put them on, I'm going to be too far around the track anyway. So there we go, and that's the first chair coach. Now here's an interesting bit. Here we've got the coffee lounge. Sorry, no, the coffee shop or coffee bar or something like that. Okay, well, that's that. Now look here, look, she's articulated to that one, and that is the kitchen. There, that's the kitchen. Okay, so hang on, let me just get this, make sure I get this right. Yes, that's right. That the first one is the coffee, then it's articulated to the kitchen there, and then we've got the diner, which is here. And again, those three come as a set, articulated. As you can see, the interior's great in them, bloody great in them. Now I'm just going to back this off a little bit and show you something here. Now these coaches are recommended minimum 22-inch radius curves, which I think that is fourth radius. I think. Let me get up. Oh. My knees are hurting. Yeah, I think that's fourth radius. Now here is third radius, and what you can do with these, look, which is what I was telling you about, the soft bit here, look, the corridor, and you can actually put it there. So it's absolutely close coupled, look. The problem is it won't go round this track like that because it's just too close and it's a third radius. So you've got the opportunity to back them off onto that section there, which is good because obviously I can run them on third radius. So as I say then, so we've got the coffee, the kitchen cart and the diner. Look, wrong way still. And then again the next one here, now this one would also be a chair car, which this one is, but it's again here they would sometimes put a single one and sometimes two double articulated ones. So as I say, I've got some of those on order, but yeah, beautiful. Right, now following this chair car we've got here, stop it there, we've got the tavern car, and you'll see it's got the round tables in it. Can you see that? Yeah, so that's the tavern then. Good. And of course, got the area on the top again for the music while you travel. Following the tavern car, we've got the parlour car, and this one again, different seating arrangement. Hopefully, you'll see it in there. I think there might be swivel seats, but yeah. Okay, so that's the parlour car, and then last up but not least, we've got the observation car, which is a beauty again. Just there. Okay, so there you have it. That's the full set. The only ones that I say are actually missing are the double articulated chair cars, and once I get those two, then I've got another 4 cars to her. But yeah, she's beautiful, guys, absolutely beautifully stunning. Right, we're going to bring the loco round here again. Let's get comfy here. Right, and just one more thing before we get everything running. Now, just stop her there. Now, I was thinking about the way of expressing my views on streamlined trains a bit better than I did earlier, and you know, I'd said the American ones, when they're streamlined, they're still more interesting. And what I really mean is this: if you look here, look, you've got Princess Elizabeth down there, right? She's a train, she's a steamer, and that's the way I like to see them, like that. And if you come round here, we've got Coronation, streamlined, you know, pretty obvious, and we've got King George there, streamlined as well. Now, this is what I say, to me they've lost the character. You know, I just don't rate the British streamlined trains very much at all. But when you look at Daylight, she's streamlined, but she's got tons and tons of character coming out. I mean, it's just flying out and hitting you everywhere, and that's really what I mean. I think that's the right word, keeping the character as well as the streamlining. I'm going down for my dinner. I'll see you in a bit, guys. Bye. Right, okay, as is quite often the case with me, I generally forget something that I wanted to run by you, and I usually end up thinking about it later and putting it on the bit further down the video, like now. Now, what I wanted to tell you was about what I said at the very beginning, that when I first set all this up, I had a lot of trouble getting this outside line to run without derailing. And I meant to tell you what it was a little bit earlier, I forgot, so I'll run it by you now and tell you exactly what I've had to do. Right. Let's just stop at one of these gaps so we can explain it to you properly. Okay, now, as you can see, they're not closely coupled. Now, what I forgot to run by you when I was showing you the coach, the couplings that come with the coach are KD couplers, good quality ones, metal ones with the little whiskers, so they're good, they're about the best you can get. And there's a screwed on with a single screw, and there is 2 places where you can actually move the coupling to, and the position that it's on when you buy the coaches is the furthest position out. By moving it back one to this second screw hole and doing the same with that one, that's when these end up touching. And they were already on the furthest distance, which, like I said, is for 22-inch radius curves, which is 4th radius, and of course I'm on 3rd radius, like I said. And even in the longest distance position of the 2 couplings, these were touching each other too hard on the corners and was derailing. and it was happening not to every particular one, but to two of them in particular, and also to the diner car as well. The whole thing was a massive problem, and I thought, how am I going to get around this? And what I ended up doing, I had to order the longer KD couplings. These are the longest ones you can get. With the original ones that come with them are medium, so obviously, and I've used the longer ones, which unfortunately obviously does space the cars out. It doesn't look so good obviously, but I can't help it, otherwise it's not going to go around this track. So there you go. I'll get it round and we'll get them all running in a couple of minutes. Right everyone, let's just do this. Here we go. Come on, nice and steady does it. Come on, Bebs. Yep. Bit of a drag on these coaches as always. I have oiled them all. Come on, gal. Come on. I'm keeping it steady on purpose, guy. I want to just try and get it round so you can see again. Right. Yep. Here she goes. Tweak her up a little bit. That looks pretty sensible to me. Look what she looks like here. Yeah, don't move that. Yeah, that looks fairly cool. Yeah, well, we're over this side. Let's do it. Come on, J-Class. 611 there. I'll tell you what, I've showed you earlier, she does some great wheelies. Watch this. Hey, great wheelies, right. That looks like a fairly decent speed. Oh, I will point something out to you here as well. On the Loco, you know, she's a 484, and all 8 drivers have got flanges on them, which means she's slightly tight on second radius like that. She tends to speed up a bit on the straight like that, and then just tends to slow down a bit on those curves. And it is literally the fact that all the wheels are flanged. She doesn't do it on third radius. But I can live with that, because it gives it time for you to have a look at them anyway. Why not? Yes. Brilliant. Okay, come on, let's have the third one on the go. One beautiful daylight. Yeah, I'm keeping it slow on purpose. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, come on, let's tweak it a bit. It's going to start hitting the curves, so that puts extra load on the engine because the coaches are on the curve. Yeah. She goes. Also like a good speed to me. That is a beautiful set. Now, something else to tell you about this set. Obviously, I mentioned to you earlier that they've all got internal lighting, which is great. I mean, a lot of coaches do these days. I'll tell you what, there's something a bit more special about these guys. These lights don't come on for a couple of minutes, and when they do come on, they're stay on. And they're absolutely flicker free. So yeah, there's not many companies do this, but these MT8 coaches are superb, and the lighting in them is also superb. So we'll just give them a little bit longer for them to all, you know, brighten up, and then I'm going to do a bit of a dark run as well. Cool. Yep. Come on, Hudson. Here we go. So look at the lighting is all on now. Yep, it sure as hell is. We're all lit up. Now, on the back of the observation coach, you've got a little red label in the middle saying daylight. Then you've got a flashing white light, and it's even got the wing lights. I don't know if I can really get them just yet, but I'll try. There, if you're going to see that, might be better if I can put the light out and have a go anyway. So let's just, change positions and go and put all the lights out, and we'll come back. Yeah, right, I've turned all the lights out and I've left these stairs light on with a bit of ambient light, but this is the first time I've used this new camera at night time. I don't know how well it's going to come out, but hopefully it'll be good. It looks okay on the viewfinder, right, here we go, they're not daylight. Right, and watch these coasters. Look at that, tremendous lighting in them. It's brilliant. No flickering, no nothing. And on the observation coach, pilot lamps, little pilot lamps on the side, or we call them wing lights. Yeah, wing lights. And what I'll do now, I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to take them round to here. I'm going to slow her down. And I'm going to stop. Right there. And we still have perfect lighting. This is great. And you can see little tail light, look. Flashing one, the red one saying daylight, and the little wing lights. Yeah, look, absolutely marvellous. In time to come I will obviously populate all the coaches. It's a bit of a tedious job doing that. I've done a few, but I like to have a bit of a break between now and then. It is a bit of a tedious job. Now, those lights in those coaches, the way they work, gave me an idea. I'm going to convert everything I've got with lighting in it, which has got the old-fashioned bulbs, I'm going to convert them all to LEDs, and I'm going to do them the same, so they stay on when you stop the train, which is brilliant. So there you go. I wonder if it looks good on the viewfinder. My old camera, the old tape one, was not particularly good at night time, so hopefully this has come out pretty cool. Right. Yep. Looks great here. I'll get the light back on and I'll do a bit of politics. Man, those coaches are beautiful. They really are beautiful. Yeah, some of the clerestory roof ones on the Norfolk and Western, they've got lights in them, but they're just ordinary bulbs. So I'm going to change. Excuse me. I'm going to change those with some LEDs, and I'm going to build a little unit so they work the same. And I didn't do a video on that because it's a simple job, it's dead easy to do, it's cheap. I'm going to get Hudson. Oh, not bad, but I could do better than that. Let's try that again. Over here. Alright, let's go for, yeah, probably both of them actually. Oh yes. Yeah, good. That's good. Let's do the same with 611. 611. Come on, buddy. There we go. Oh yes. Yeah, cool. Well guys, I think that's about it. Yeah, I've been looking forward to doing, well, I look forward to all my videos really. I enjoy doing all of them. So yeah, I think we'll just bring them to a halt and say good night. So let's just do it. And then first at daylight. I'm happy with that. Yep, I'm really happy with that. Okay, J-class 611, come on go. Yeah, that's good as well. And last up then, York Central Hudson. Been behaving herself on Super 4 track there. My points are a bit ricketed, I've had that much use. But we've had no derailment, so that's good. Well, I must admit, most of the HO stuff does run alright on the points. The old Super 4 points, so there we go. Right, so if I put that there and I just bring daylight up a bit more, say about there, and bring 911 up a bit more, that there. Yeah, we've got them all. And I'm sorry, I know not everybody's going to agree with this, I accept that, but for me, I have to say I agree with the polls and all the research that Southern Pacific's Daylight, along with all her coaches, is the most beautiful train in the world. Good night, God bless you all, thanks for watching, bye!